Hey there, and welcome back to the Coach Harris Show. Thank you so much for taking a listen today. This is episode 13. Today's episode is going to be a spontaneous one. To be honest, I don't have a plan. I don't have any notes written. I'm not even exactly sure what I'm going to talk about, but I will say that it's going to cover my why for what I do, and that is coaching people on their fitness. But it's not going to be exactly what you might expect it to be, right? A lot of trainers and people in the fitness industry and things that we read really just push the idea of better fitness. And yes, on the surface, that is what I am trying to help you with, and I'm trying to help my clients with, and I'm trying to help myself with. But why, right? Why is that important to me? Why should that be important to you? Why do you even listen to this podcast? Why do you take in any of the stuff that I put out there? The real foundational reason for what I do roots in helping people better serve their own purpose in life through fitness, right? What that means is I view fitness as a tool, okay? It's a tool that can be used in any way you want it to be, right? I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. I'm not going to direct you to use it in a certain way because everybody has their own life. Everybody has their own purpose, their own mission, their own goals, ambitions, dreams, all these things that we think about. But I, at a pretty young age, when I first really started to get my heels under fitness, when I was 16, 17, realized that it's such a powerful tool to give you access to anything else that you want to do, right? The control that one has when going into the gym or going under weights or even doing something with their own body weight is incredible. To be able to have the ability to progress something, to push forward, right? To find out what you did last week and to try and beat it is so powerful. It's so powerful. Because, like, speaking as a person right now, right, as a regular person, not as a trainer, not as a fitness coach, just like you and me as equals, we want more in our lives, right? We want more for ourselves. We want more for our families. We want more for everything that we encounter. And sometimes we get off that path, right? Sometimes we get confused. Sometimes we get demotivated. We get worried that we're not taking the steps towards a better life, a better future for us and those around us. And what I found to be one of the absolute most incredible things about strength training and movement and fitness is that it can very quickly, meaning in a matter of seconds, when you really just start to do something intense with your body, can help us kind of realign our focus for that given hour, for that day, for the week, for whatever our purpose is. And to be a little less meta, to kind of get specific to what I mean, there are many times, and I don't have an exact moment in mind, but I want you to know that I mean this. I mean, many times throughout the week, like every single week, that I feel like crap, like I have to kind of do a little bit of work to get my head back into things, to get grateful again, to understand why I'm doing what I do in any sense of that phrase, whether it's with my career or anything else. I feel kind of foggy. I feel like I'm not pushing for more in my life at that moment, and I don't like it. And then I go to a kettlebell, or I go to the barbell inside the squat rack, or I take a knee, come down onto my hands and knees on the floor. I set up into a push-up and I start doing some reps, 5 reps, 6 reps, 7 reps. And within moments of having resistance to fight, right? Having resistance on my joints, on my muscles, have my lungs start to work a little bit harder, to breathe more, to start to feel that tension in the body, to feel the heat come on, right? Something kicks in my brain in those moments and everything feels better. I'm not saying that it's full medicine. It's not a cure. It's not complete therapy, right? There's so many complicated things in our lives, but there's something about going up to resistance and making an effort to push back on it in the physical sense that realigns so much other shit in my mind and with the people that I help. And I am freaking addicted to helping people realize how fitness can be used in that way. Right? I think that's my real mission. Yes, I want you to get leaner if you want to get leaner. I want to help you get a six-pack if you want a six-pack. I want to help you show off and deadlift 300 pounds, 400 pounds, do something amazing with your body, right? Yes, those are amazing, and I love those things as well. But if we pursue those surface level goals, performance goals, physique goals, but we don't appreciate the simple fact that is how training is a tool to make our moment, our hour, our day better, more purposeful, more fulfilling. In that moment, I'm not talking a year down the road, right? Like, it is a tool that you can go access at any single point. Wherever you have an able body, you can access that resistance. And you can access a better day, a more fulfilling day, a more purpose-filled day. If we go for those surface level goals and we don't appreciate that fact that fitness is such a great tool, then we are lost in the process. I truly believe that. And that's not a judgment, right? You can do whatever you want. If you don't want to see it for what it is and you just want to focus on the surface level things, amazing. But I don't think I'm the person to help you right now in that case. I want to be working with, encouraging the people that, want the surface level things as well, but want them from a deep reason. They want more. They want bigger things with their life. They have work goals, family goals, future goals that go past even their own life, and they want fitness to drive those things better. They want fitness to help them gain physical, emotional, mental confidence, resilience, fortitude, and that will translate into their life's purpose, into their daily goals, into their career and their families. So they come to me to help them access their bodies properly, to lift as much as their body can lift, can do things that they couldn't do before. So now they can have that confidence that they're progressing in life and take that into their own ventures, all right? That is my real purpose. And if that's you, then you are in the absolute right place. Okay? So I'm pretty hungry right now. Maybe I'm rambling a bit because I'm kind of spacing out, but I think this was a good one. I'm going to leave it there today, short and sweet. But my takeaway for you is to look at fitness as more than just that kind of buzzword, right? Fitness, training. Look at it as a tool and a way of life. Something that you can use as control. All right? I got into fitness, and I've told this to some people and to many of my clients. I got into fitness and stuck with it and developed that serious bug for it, right? That love for it, because it was possibly the only source of control I felt I had in my life. I was 16. August 22nd, 2011 was the first recorded session that I ever wrote down. I actually wrote that story to my email list yesterday. I talked about that date. And at that time, I felt like I had nothing to pursue, nothing to work on. And I'm not trying to sound overly dramatic, but nothing to live for, And again, I'm fortunate. I had a great family, loving family, healthy, all of that. Zero complaints. But like anybody, especially in the younger years, we tend to feel a little bit lost. And I felt like I had nothing to call my own. I would go to school. I was intelligent enough, but I definitely didn't apply myself in school. So I wasn't doing well there. I had some relationship issues with family and some other things because of that. And that cycle was always kind of a cause of stress for me and a cause of ambiguity. I was like, what am I even doing? What's my point, right? What's my purpose? I didn't really have many friends in high school. I didn't attempt to. I don't know, whatever the reason was. I had like 1 to 2 people that I like to hang out with, but my friendships came throughout college, except for, again, 1 to 2 really close friends. So there was nothing I was doing, nothing I was focusing on. And training was that sense of control and purpose at the time. It was like, there was something about it. No matter what I was feeling from school, no matter what I was feeling with my parents or my friends or lack thereof, like anything, I could put on some gym clothes. I could walk downstairs, turn on the lights, go into my basement gym. I could start to move around. I could load up the weights, check my logbook from last week, start to warm up, and put on a weight a little bit heavier than the week before, right? And I could push against it. And there were literally two options when I would do that. Either the weight crushed me or I crushed it and I lifted it. That's it. I wasn't thinking about school. I wasn't thinking about family. I wasn't thinking about anything. But can I conquer the resistance here? And that's what we have access to, right? And I know I'm kind of going on and rambling, but it's so important. It's really so important to understand this and to appreciate it, right? And to respect the weights and to respect your body. Like, we love six packs. We love looking sexy and looking awesome and showing off, and that stuff's fine, right? And posting our bodies on Instagram, it's fine. But you have to respect the fact that you listening most likely have a healthy, able, strong enough body to do cool shit with. And to only focus on the surface level stuff is to disrespect the body, because we have access to amazing things, amazing movement. And as I mentioned throughout this entire episode, a great tool to move our life's purpose forward, right? To find some control, to push against resistance, and to have a better day. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to get emails with stories like this and have your questions and curiosities be answered on the podcast, as always, the email list is the best place to do it. You can go to coachedbyharris.com. There should be a form right on the front page, or you can go to the description below this episode and hop on there. I would love to chat with you once you're in. Please say hi, send me an email, and I'll talk to you soon in the next episode. Thank you for listening.